Remember, all circles can have outsides too. What doesn't make a difference? Liking Facebook pages? Depends. If it's my Facebook page, it might make a difference. Center for Science Education. Spending all day at it, however, or playing EverQuest 30 hours a week like my husband, my son, and my daughter-in-law did for 4 years. 30 hours a week, really.
What does your son do?
Oh, yes, my son. So I forgot to tell you, so it won't make a difference to you guys because they're killing my system. But I'm the mother of LearnLink. So LearnLink was the software system that we used for classes and for student email and stuff up until this year. And they're killing it. And my son and I made it happen. So in 1992, he was a student at Georgia Tech. And one day we were sitting around saying, I was complaining because students would sit in class and take notes and then run out the door and never think about what they were doing in class ever again. And he says, oh, Mom, what you need is a bulletin board system. Because when he was 11 years old, he ran a bulletin board. Computer bulletin board, right? And I went, if I find some money, can you figure out how we can get people to use that kind of communication and collaboration here? So we figured it out, and we started LearnLink, which became the enterprise email system and system for classes. In 1992, when there wasn't email, when there wasn't World Wide Web, we had it. Anyway, he's a computer scientist, and he still works for the company that makes that software in Canada. I am the mother of LearnLink. See?
So you started Blackboard.
I don't like Blackboard. Blackboard is, it was, a company. So it's a content management system. It's all controlled. The way that LearnLink spread across campus is because we started using it in one physiology class in biology, and the students in that class went to their other classes and said, why aren't you using LearnLink? And then faculty came to us and said, students seem to like this, how come? You know why? Because we gave students control of their own content. We let student groups set up their own sites and run them however they wanted, and that didn't happen back then. So we gave students control. The next year it was being used in 100 classes on undergraduate campus. 2 of our students graduated. One went to the medical school, one went to the business school, and the first thing they did is go meet with the dean and said, you need a first-class server just like LearnLink, and we'll run it for you. So the med school had it, and the B school had it. Everybody. Bold. Remember I said bold? No. Okay, so what's on the list? What makes a difference in the world? This is important. Let's write some of these down. If any of these didn't work. Just shout.
Moral development.
Okay. Louder. I said something about healthcare. What about
Universal health.
universal healthcare? I'm with you. I'll vote for that.
Moral
Whether you're a
development.
politician or whatever to get there. Moral development for everyone?
Yeah. Especially in early life.
Okay. Moral development in early life. And maybe for CEOs too. We had that. My prejudices are showing. The top 200 CEOs in the United States. Seriously. Article in the New York Times last Sunday week. The amount that they make each year is more than the combined budgets of the National Institute for Health the National Science Foundation, and the Department of Education. Is that crazy or what? Top 200 CEOs. Yeah.
Social and religious acceptance.
Social and religious acceptance, that would be good. Yeah, real quality. Could get there someday. It's gonna take some work. I need a bigger board. I need a much bigger board. Yes,
Political stability.
shout.
Political stability.
Political stability, and what would that do for us? Yeah. That might make a lot of things better, right? Political stability. Ooh, I can't run that far. We're just gonna stop at staple. Like what about world peace, even if we weren't done it hard enough, right? Let's see a piece here. It's from the 60s.
Let's focus on race.
Less focus on race. More openness and inclusivity.
Awareness.
Awareness of,
Different issues like in rural areas, like education and like other stuff. Awareness of.
okay. So one thing that's common to a lot of those so far is education, right? What leads to awareness, what leads to thinking about issues, what leads to inclusion and less focus on race? Education of lots of people, right? So there's pieces in there where you can make a difference by, even if your step in your, what makes a difference is to educate one person or two. Better two. You educate two, and they educate two, you pretty soon have one of those mathematical functions, right? Expanding. Yeah, over here, right here.
A better justice system
A better justice system, and what respect?
as far as persecuting and as the right evidence.
Okay, and do you mean in the States or do you mean everywhere?
As far as everywhere,
Okay.
and like third world countries too.
A better justice system everywhere, so people don't just get locked up because they disagree with the government or the religious leader or whoever. Yeah, good.
Strong international economy.
A strong international economy, so every country doing that. Yeah, good.
Less pollution in oceans.
Less pollution in the oceans and maybe the air and a few other places, right? So, strong economy. Economies. Less pollution. This is really good. Sure.
The availability of technology for everyone to create a more level playing field.
Okay, leveling the technology playing field. And that's, really becoming critical in some parts of the world right now where some people have absolutely no access to information and we have the world at our fingertips, right? But not everybody in this country has the world at their fingertips. So, yeah, so I'm just going to abbreviate, get their access. That's good by you. Yes?
Water, like water and energy and electricity everywhere. Basically,
Yeah.
like all environmental issues. So
Yeah, all the environmental issues to go with her. So in this country right now, we're investing bazillions of dollars in developing nuclear plants. So are they in France and Russia and Korea, China, and Japan, where they keep most of it up. And yet, we're not investing very much in clean energy, solar and wind and et cetera. Why is that?
there's so much money coming from non-renewable.
Yeah, so look at those top 200 CEOs. I bet you'll find a whole bunch of them have all their money coming from gas and oil. Yeah, what a waste. Okay, so yeah, interesting. So a lot of really important things that need to be done. Now you know, whatever the next year or 4 years or even next 50 years, you alone can't fix all of it, right? But pick one, and you can do little steps or big steps toward fixing it. So if you're really concerned about energy, there's even competitions in the dorms here, right? So some of the new dorms have little devices on the wall that show how much energy and how much water is used in that dorm every day per capita. Right? So you can actually monitor and do something about one little piece of that problem. Or you could use your science skills to help develop better solar-powered cars, hybrid technology. You know, you could use your science skills to do some of that. If you're concerned about pollution, you could look at, as a physician or as a scientist, the impact of water pollution and air pollution on human health. And you could try to figure out how we could prevent some of those things from happening. If you want to combine it with your interest in medicine or health, you can think about ways that you can use your skill sets you're developing to help work on a real problem that might help a bigger piece of the world. So did you think about anything that was like not going to make a difference? I heard some. Likes on Facebook, I heard. What else?
More junk,
Sitting around liking people on Facebook, not going to do much difference. Yes.
more junk food.
Can't
More
hear you.
junk food.
More junk food, yeah. Being in charge of Frito-Lay and inventing a new junk food that seduces people to eat more fat, probably not a good idea. However, you might make money at it, but wouldn't help with the morality part of your